So guys, could you be arrested? Could you be arrested, Canada, for using the wrong pronouns, for speaking up and saying you disagree with somebody or disagree with a movement? Could you be arrested? Could you be arrested for yelling obscenities at somebody or whatever? Can you? Could you? And really, that's what's happening here. They're not under attack. Nobody's attacking them, at least in large numbers. Nobody is. But again, if you're a counter protester speaking up against these folks, if you dare to say anything like Billboard Chris found out last week, right there in Canada, if you dare to speak up against these folks and they don't like what you say, they will physically attack you. Then the police, man, they don't do anything about it. They don't do anything about it. That is privilege. You talk about rights. You have more rights than anyone. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. And the police, man, they don't get involved. You can literally physically attack people, and the police don't get involved. But you're the one that needs protection. You don't need protection. You don't need protection. Nobody's had to do anything to you. They're too damn afraid to do anything to you. They're too afraid to speak up against you. That is what's going on, and you know what's going on. You get it. You know that. So that's why you're pushing what you're pushing now, because you understand that you have enough people standing behind you. You have enough people standing in the wings. You know that. You know that. So you're pushing what you can to get it passed. That's what you're doing. And it's wrong. And it's evil. And you know what you're doing. How dare anyone ever say anything about what you are, what you're doing to kids? They can't criticize you. And they can't use whatever, they have to use whatever pronouns you want them to use. And if they don't, then you want to have them fined, possibly arrested. Yeah. You folks are the problem. I mean, you really are.
This new legislation in Ontario is designed to keep the 2S LGBT community safe. Drag artists, their audiences, the business, and the facilities that host those drag performances have been put at risk. And unless we put forward a strategy to protect them, Ontario's social, economic, and cultural richness is under attack. We have to protect that. The proposed legislation does two things, and I will go through them. Firstly, it enables the Attorney General to create a 2S LGBTQI+ community safety zone to prohibit within 100 meters of the property any homophobic, transphobic act of intimidation, threat, offensive threats, offensive remarks, protest, disturbance, and distribution of hate propaganda within the meaning of the criminal code. It also comes with it a penalty of $25,000 if prosecuted successfully. Secondly, the Act creates an Ontario 2S LGBTQI+ Safety Advisory Committee to provide recommendations to the provincial government on how to improve safety for our community and to prevent further hate. We need to be able to have the government publish an annual report and an update on the progress of this work. It is that critically important. Our community is scared, but we're not going to take it lying down. We're going to stand up and rise up where we can to fight back, because we have to. Everything is on the line, and we need government action to be much more visible, much louder. Doing nothing, saying nothing is simply not good enough. This private member's bill is supported by many prominent drag artists, not just in Canada, but I suspect that it will be supported by drag artists and the LGBT community around the world in short order.
So again, that kind of stuff, man. It's a bunch of BS, and how long is it going to be until that kind of stuff is introduced here in the States? I don't think it'll be too much longer. Again, we're letting these weirdos in the White House, their Bud Light commercials, Hershey's chocolate, pretty much everywhere. Tractor Supply, they sponsor drag events. So there's all kinds of stuff, man. And the thing is, they don't want to be criticized. And that's what it amounts to. How dare you criticize these folks? And if you do, we're going to have you arrested. We're going to have you fined. We're going to have you. And how dare you use the wrong pronouns? If you use the wrong pronouns, if you misgender us, well, maybe they're not misgendering you. You know, if you chopped your wiener off and decided to wear a dress, you're still a man. So they're not misgendering you. They're just calling you by the gender you don't want to be called by. But they're not misgendering you. So again, you know, it's like, well, I'm being misgendered. Well, you know, let's do a DNA test. Let's see if you're being misgendered. You know, but again, you know, they're not using the pronouns they want. So again, man, you got to refer to me the way that I say you got to refer to me. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. This kind of stuff, man, I know it's Canada, and Canada's not America, but it's our neighbors, the closest thing to us. And, you know, their laws and everything are similar. And, you know, again, when are we going to wake up? When are we going to wake up to realize what is happening? But hey, guys, if you would like, comment, subscribe. You son of a.